friends, welcome to my channel. For those of you that are new here, my name is Caitlin and I like to film eyeshadow palette ranking and review videos, as well as the occasional other beauty content sprinkled in. So if any of those things sound interesting to you, I highly recommend that you hit that subscribe button because I post 2 videos every single week. And for those of you that are not new here, my face is happy that you are seeing it again. And I am coming at you with my look already done because I started getting ready looking like a hot mess and I did not want to film the start of this video looking like this. But anyways, or looking like that. I wanted to film it looking like this. But anyways, this video is not really about the makeup look. It's just a get ready with me while I chat about my plans for my low buy starting November 1st. So yeah, that's what the video is going to be. So if that sounds interesting to you, I hope that you will hit that like button and also subscribe if you're not already. Like I said, I like to post different kinds of beauty content 2 times a week. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get on into it. Okay, so I didn't feel like doing my hair first. That's why you actually saw me in my full setup. Normally I do my intro without like having my makeup done because I feel like it's like a spoiler if I show you first. But anyways, I just felt like doing something different today. So I'm just gonna do my makeup while I talk through my plans for my low buy that I'm starting as of November 1st. I just need to. I have way too much makeup. Like I currently have 4, one of the eyeshadow palettes I'm going to use today I haven't used yet, but basically 4 eyeshadow palettes that I've never touched, which is a lot for me to have at one time. So yeah, and then I have the Glam Light Scooby-Doo collection and the Lunar Beauty Advent Calendar on its way to me, so I just feel like I've got a lot of eyeshadow palettes coming and it's too much, and I want to get serious about like savings and planning for my future and stuff starting next year. So I just want to start the low buy now. I'm not sure, I don't have any plan on like how long it's gonna last or what I'm gonna do, but I just think it's gonna be a good idea. So that's what I'm gonna do. So yeah, just kind of wanted to chat through like my thoughts, because I know like a lot of people have different parameters around their low buy. You know, there's, you know, they'll have only a certain number of things they can buy a month, or they have to use something up before they can buy something else. And so I was just kind of like thinking through all of that and trying to decide what would work for me, because I went buck wild. Like you will see when I do my October ranking, I'm like almost embarrassed to do it because every single palette that I used, I shouldn't say every single one, almost every single palette I used in the month of October was brand new to me for the month of October, and I only got a chance to use each one once. Like it's just wild, like how out of control things have gotten. So anyways, I don't remember what I was saying. Oh, I was just saying like I do like to buy and then make up and try it, especially with this channel and my TikTok and stuff like that. Like I do like testing and reviewing new makeup for you all, so I don't want to stop doing that, but I just want to not go so crazy, because this isn't like my job, this is my hobby, you know. Like I just need some stuff in my like I need to not stress myself out. Like I have so many thoughts. I'm stressing myself out with how much makeup I'm buying right now, which is silly. Like that is not something that should be causing me stress. And last year I had said I'm only gonna buy as many eyeshadow palettes as I can do like dedicated videos with, and that quickly did not happen. Like I was buying more makeup than I could do dedicated videos with. I will say part of that was because of my wedding and stuff, so I didn't necessarily have time to film, but I do like 2 videos a week. I don't like if every single video starts to feel like a new, like testing new makeup type of thing. So yeah, so anyways, I'm going to chat about like what I want my parameters to be. So basically what I decided would work best for me is having a rule where I can buy 1 eyeshadow palette a month, with a caveat there that because I have certain brands that I don't collect them and I don't want to get into the collectionist mindset, but part of what's really big on my channel and what I really enjoy doing is ranking eyeshadow palettes within certain brands. And so I do feel like there's brands that, you know, I want to not be limited from buying just because, like, I don't know, am I making sense? Does that make sense? So anyway, so that's part of what I'm going to do. So I'm going to say that there are, I was going to say 5, but I couldn't keep it to 5, so I got it to 6. So there's 6 brands that are excluded where I can, if they launch eyeshadow palettes, they're not taking away from my 1 palette a month. But otherwise, I'm going to have to decide on my 1 palette per month. So, and I have gone back and forth on these brands a few times. So part of me is like, should I okay, hold on. I might make it 7 brands. I don't know. Okay, so let me tell you the 6 that I have and then I'll talk about if I want it to be 7 or not. So anyways, the first brand is Blend Bunny Cosmetics. I absolutely adore Blend Bunny. I don't have the Blends palette, but I have her other 3 palettes she's launched since then, and those videos tend to do well on my channel. And I noticed with those videos, at least not until the most recent one that I didn't have time to film any looks with, but typically with those palette launches, I do like a 2 looks video, a 3 looks video. Like I like to do multiple looks with those palettes, just because I tend to find them a little bit more inspiring and easy to use, and they pair well with some other stuff. So Blend Bunny for sure is going to be one that I will purchase from, like, and not have it count towards my 1 a month. And to be honest, they don't launch that often. At least I don't feel like they do. What, they launched like 3 eyeshadow palettes this year? Like, that's really not terrible. So yeah, so Blend Bunny Cosmetics is going to be one of the ones that I let myself use. And then the next one is actually a relatively new to me brand, but I've become obsessed, and that's Bella Beauty Bar. They have the Strange and Unusual palette, and then the palette collab that they did with Brittany Huffman, I love. And I just really have fallen in love with them, and so I don't want to like, what is the word I'm trying to say? I don't want to like stop using them. Like, I just feel like they've really like knocked it out of the park lately, and I just want to keep trying them out because I think they're just going to continue to get better. So yeah, so Bella Beauty Bar is going to be the other one, and I feel like they have such amazing shimmers that, you know, like I'm just really gonna get a lot out of having them be one of the brands that I'm using, if that makes sense. The third brand is the brand that I'm using the eyeshadow palette from right now, but that's Viseart. And if you're new here, Viseart is one of my favorite brands of all time. I really do not feel like they get the love that they deserve. I absolutely adore them. I'm using their San Francisco Etoile palette right now. It's one of the palettes they launched for holiday, and I absolutely just adore their color stories. And I think their shimmers are so nice, but they're not like indie makeup shimmers, right? So they're not like super sparkly and glitzy, but they look gorgeous on the lid, and they're just beautiful. They kind of give me like Natasha Denona shimmer vibes, where they're opaque, they look pretty. Even if you have, like, I have some texture to my eyelids, not a lot, but I think they look nice on my textured lids. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, so Viseart I love, and I love like their packaging here. Since I have a palette in front of me, I'll show you. But so they have, this is the Etoile palette. I love that it has the like San Francisco skyline on it. Viseart, if you're watching, I think a Phoenix one would be cool. I mean, I know you're doing like bigger cities than that because you're doing other countries, but a Phoenix one, you know, that would be like a purple and orange like sunset color story. I don't know, I think that's nice. But anyways, they're always kind of like a neutral with pops of color, and it's just so pretty. So anyways, I love Viseart. They're one of my favorite brands, so they would definitely be one that I would want to say they wouldn't count towards my 1 palette per month requirement. Next up is Lunar Beauty, which it's funny because I skipped I've skipped a couple of Lunar Beauty's launches, but then I ended up asking for one for Christmas. We'll see if I get it. And then I bought one of the other ones on sale recently. The Life's a Drag facelift palette. Oh, I don't think it was on sale. I think I just used a code because I was like, no, I want it. But anyways, Lunar Beauty is one of my favorite eyeshadow formulas, and I just always get so excited for Manny's launches. I buy all, like I said, I mean, I skipped a couple of the last like eyeshadow palettes that have launched, but I've bought everything else. So I really do like that. I really do like the color story and the theming of the brand. And anyways, I just think it's really cool. And like I said, the advent calendar is on its way to me. So I absolutely adore Lunar Beauty. So yeah, I will definitely be getting that, or not getting that. I am definitely getting the advent calendar, but I meant I'll be definitely like keeping Lunar Beauty as one of my protected brands. And then of course, this is gonna shock nobody, Milk Cosmetics is absolutely one of my favorite brands. I didn't love their last launch, so I was kind of hesitant to put them on the list, but my like Milk Cosmetics ranking and then my like different type of Milk Cosmetics ranking were both really popular videos that I think I want to repeat next year. And so I think if Melt decides to launch other products next year, I definitely want to, I'm not turned off by the brand totally. Like, as much as I didn't love all of the eyeshadow palettes that they launched for holiday, I still love the brand. So I want to protect them from this ruling. And then last of the six, and then I'll tell you the one that I'm debating, but last of the six is Natasha Denona. She's another one that I've been buying a lot of her stuff recently. And I do want to say, so what I'm counting these six, it's not like a requirement that I buy everything that these six brands launch. It's just that if I buy something from them, it's not going to count towards my one palette a month, if that makes sense, because I feel like these brands likely will be launching things around the same time, and I don't want to be forced to pick. So I want to protect the six of them at all costs. The one that I'm debating on is Nomad Cosmetics, and I love Nomad Cosmetics. I buy almost every launch of theirs. I'm not buying that new 9-pan just because I don't feel like I need it, but part of me is like, do I want to have Nomad also be a protected thing? But I also feel like Nomad launched like a lot of stuff this year, and I don't know if part of that was because of like stuff that they didn't get to launch with COVID. I don't know, but it felt like almost overwhelming with how much stuff came out from the brand this year. So part of me is like, do I want to like not buy, like I have, let me see, what palettes have they launched recently? They launched the Monteverde one, and then they launched another one after that, right? Right? So they launched the Monteverde Cloud Forest one, which I haven't even finished reviewing, and then I still got the Hudson Valley one, which I will say I loved the Hudson Valley one. I've already used that one like completely. And I should clarify something, because I don't think I've ever mentioned this on this channel. When I say finished reviewing a palette, like I mean I've used every single shade at least once. So I haven't done that with the Monteverde Cloud Forest palette yet, and I've had that one for a minute, but I did that with the Hudson Valley one, like, because I did a 3 looks video with that. But see, that's what I mean. Like sometimes the Nomad palettes I really do want to do the 3 looks videos with, but then they're not like a super popular brand on my channel. And I think that's just the nature of the fact that they send out PR like before they even announce, like they send out PR so that all the people who get PR can post the video like same day that they announce the launch. And so you see like everybody's videos same day. So then I think by the time I get my palette, like, you know, a few weeks later, people are like, yeah, I've already, you know, seen that, been there, done that. And so they're not as excited about it. So yeah. So anyways, I'm torn on Nomad. Not that I'm saying I wouldn't buy Nomad. They might just, I just don't know if I should have them be dedicated or not, because they launched quite a bit this year. So anyways, I don't know. Let me know what you think. Odin's Eye was another one that I was like, But I didn't really get into Odin's Eye until they started doing the Legendary Diversa collections. So that I don't feel like that's a brand that I'm collecting. Nomad, I've skipped a couple of their palettes, but I do have almost all of them. So I'm leaning more towards including that one. So anyways, let me know in the comments down below which one you think I should include. Okay, so anyways, that is the plan with the eyeshadow palettes, because that is my biggest weakness, I would say. Now, the other products that I don't think are going to be as hard for me, but again, the reason I have these brands is because they're also protected. So for example, Lunar Beauty, Melt Cosmetics, Viseart, Natasha Denona all launch face products that I typically like to try and usually enjoy. So they're still protected from that. That's also why those were on there, not necessarily just for the eyeshadow palettes. But anyways, the face products is going to be like a more kind of traditional sort of low buy kind of thought, in that I am not going to buy new face products unless I've run out of what I already have, because I really feel like I have enough face products as it is. Same with like special topper things, like right now I'm using the Simply Posh flakes. So I had Bella Beauty bar. Simply Posh is another brand that I've really grown to like recently, but I decided that if they launch something that I really want, then they're just gonna be my one brand a month for that. But anyways, this shade is so pretty. Which shade is this? This is Fairy Tale. I absolutely love it. Okay, anyways, okay. It's gonna have to be 7 brands because I forgot to say Danessa Myricks, and I don't know how I forgot to add that because I am a Danessa Myricks stan. So let's amend my prior. Probably I didn't think about it because I was thinking more from the eyeshadow palette realm, not necessarily like eye toppery realm. And Danessa Myricks is one of my faves. So, well, does that? Yeah, I'm gonna add Danessa Myricks. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna add Danessa Myricks. So, so we'll have 7 brands. Let me add Danessa Myricks to my list. Anyways, Danessa Myricks is now on the list, and I don't even remember what I was talking about. Oh, face products. I'm not gonna buy anything new unless I like run out, or if I need a new shade, because like all of my foundations are pretty light right now. So if I get a tan or something, I'll let myself buy a foundation and a concealer that would match my tan. But I think I have something around, but if I don't, or if it's expired, I'll let myself do that. But otherwise, I'm not gonna try out like new foundations and concealers until I run out of the foundation or concealer I have. Same with my powders. I have a lot of pressed powders. I don't have a ton of translucent powder right now. I have the Haus Labs ones that I've been using, but I don't like sit on a lot of translucent setting powder. That's not a product that I tend to buy a lot of. But yeah, pretty much anything except like eyeshadow palettes, because those are my weakness. I'm not buying unless like, you know, unless it's something that I've run out of, or if it's something new to my collection. Like if some brand launches something that is like a new type of product that I don't have, you know, I'm still down to buy it. This is a low buy, not a no buy, so I am open to that. One brand I left off was Unearthly Cosmetics, but I felt like Unearthly launches a lot of stuff and I cannot keep up with their launches, which isn't a bad thing, you know. We all gotta buy our stuff, you know, all of us buy different things. But anyways, so they're not somebody that I can really keep up with, so I figured they would also be okay. So if I see something from them, they can be my one, you know, release a month. Although I will probably give myself a break if they come out with like another mystery box. I will probably not count that as my one like palette per month, because who knows if there's actually a palette in there. But anyways, so yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like this should be good rules. We'll see if I actually stick to them. I'm hoping that by posting this video, I am, you know, gonna be holding myself accountable, because you all will be holding me accountable, because I will still post my monthly rankings. So if I'm saying like, oh, I have 4 new to me palettes and they're not like on this list, then you guys can all clock me in the comments if you remember to. It's not your responsibility to, but you know, I'm looking for that accountability piece. But yeah, I think this will definitely slow down my spending, and then it should help, you know, with keeping my incoming new releases low, because even if I pick up, you know, aside from the holiday time, I really doubt all of these brands are gonna launch something like in the same month. Watch me eat my words here soon after I start this. But again, the 7 brands, it's not a requirement that I purchase something from them every time they launch something. I'm just protecting it. Do my rules make sense? They do to me at least, and I guess that's all that matters. But yeah, I'm excited about this. I think it'll be fun. I think I'll now have more time to do some of the content that I really enjoy doing, which is using both new and old stuff on my collection, on my channel. I like using the new, don't get me wrong. I like testing it. I like giving you all my thoughts. I like helping you decide if that's something you want to purchase or not. But I have so many beautiful things that I don't want to just use one time and then never get to play with again. That makes me really sad to think about. So I think this will help. And I want to get into more of the like palette battle stuff that I did with the melt ranking. If you're unfamiliar, I have what I called a new kind of ranking video for Melt Cosmetics. I also did an initial Melt Cosmetics ranking, but anyways, speaking of that, you will see, or it is already up, I'm not sure which of these videos is going to go up first, but I will have a regular style Natasha Denona ranking video to set up the fact that I'm going to do one of those palette battle videos with my Natasha Denona palettes. So that is to come. I'm curious though, let me know in the comments if you all, like, if somebody does a ranking video and they don't have every palette that because maybe this is me, but it bugs me when somebody doesn't have every palette that the brand like has released and then they do a ranking video. And I don't mean bugs me in the sense, like I still consume the content, but then I'm like, well, would that palette be their #1 palette if they had these other palettes? You know what I mean? So I like start questioning it, and maybe I'm just a freak. That's probably true, but I'd just be curious if that's something that would bug people, because then it's like, is it annoying if I do ranking videos of different brands and I don't own a palette from every palette from that brand? I don't know. I'm planning on doing it with my Nomad, although I'm not sure, because like I said, I don't get a ton of views on my Nomad. But maybe if I did a Nomad ranking, people would watch that, because if my hypothesis is right, and not that people don't like Nomad, but that it's like just that by the time I get the stuff and my video goes out, people are like, old news, sister. That could more likely be it. But I have to pick my husband up from the airport soon-ish. So I am going to wrap up my makeup. I really only did my eyes on camera. I'm gonna do my makeup, the rest of my makeup off camera, and then I'll come back and show you the finished look. Okay, here is the finished look. Let me know what you think. I will list everything that I used in the description box down below. But yeah, I mentioned a couple of things as it was going. But anyways, let me know if you're on a low buy, no buy, buy everything type of plan right now. Let me know in the comments. If you are on a low buy, no buy, I'd be curious what your rules are, how you keep yourself sticking to it. I could use any tips and tricks that I can get. And yeah, that's everything for me. I will see you all next time. Bye!